My name is Priyanshu Jain and you are watching Statistics My Passion. In this video, we will learn what is discrete random variables. Discrete random variables. In this discrete random variables, there are two parts: probability mass function, and the first part is probability mass function and the second part is probability density function. So first of all, we will learn what is probability mass function. So basically there are the terms you can understand. So first point is that if x is a variable is one directional, if the variable is one directional, the second term is it should be countably infinite number. The third point is at every point of graph or any point of graph, it should be probabilistic manner. So what is actually mean by the first point? If x is a one directional, it means that only one directional, not in two-dimensional. Okay, so the second point is countably infinite numbers that we can count, and the third point is at every point of graph it should be probabilistic manner. So that can be defined in a function also, defined in function also. Okay, so this is the definition of probabilistic mass function. So basically we can define as pxx is equal to px is equal to xi is equal to pi, and otherwise this 0, and this if x is equal to xi and this x is not equal to xi. So here is the example of the probability mass function. In this question, a random variable x is given with probability functions. So x 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and their probability mass functions is equal to 0, k, 2k, 2k, 3k, k square, 2k square, 7k square plus k. Now what is find? To find the value of k, first question. Second is evaluate px is greater than 6 and the p is greater than or equal to 6 and p is 0, x is between 0 and 5. And now the third point is if px is less than equal to a is greater than 1 by 2, find minimum value of a. And fourth point is distribution function of x. So here are the question. Now the answer, the first of all, which is find k. So here the given values of x and ps in the questions. So x and px in the questions, which is here x and px, and Now the values of find k, so x and px. So first of all we find the sigma px, which is equal to 1, because the probability, the sum of all the probabilities is always equal to 1. X is equal to 0 to 7, and when we sum of all the px, k plus 2k plus 2k plus 3k plus k square plus 2k square plus 7k square plus k is equal to 1, then the simplification we can find these values, and the values of k is equal to 1 by 10 or k is equal to -1. So k is not possible because this value in -1, so the answer is k is equal to 1 by 10. And now the second question is to find px is less than 6 and p is is greater than or equal to 6 and between 0 and 5. So how to find it? So let's begin. So first question is p is less than 6. Yes. So how to find it's less than 6? If we can take the values as less than 6, so we write all the values as actually less than 6 to, so we simply sum up of all the values. So here are the 3 and 4 5 6. So last term is x is equal to 5, and when we sum up all the terms, so x is equal to 10, s is equal to 0. Okay, so 1 by 10 is the value. So how can you find the values? So here are the values here. So x0, so x is equal to 0, so this is 0, and s equal to 1. So this is value of k, but the k is find in question 1, which is 1 by 10. So we can put the value of 1 by 10 on the place of this 1 by 10, and p is equal to x is equal to 2 is 2 by 10, and 2 by 10, 3 upon 10, 1 upon 100. Now the 81 upon 100 is the answer of x less than 6. If p is less than or equal to 6, oh sorry, is greater than or equal to 6, now the values is very simple to, if 1 minus px is less than 6, which is already find 81 by 100, 19 by 100, so the answer is 19 by 100. Now we find x between 0 and 5. So simply the values 1 2 3 4. So x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3, x is equal to 4, and x is equal to 3, x is equal to 4. And then we can sum up these values. So x is equal to 1. So value of x is equal to 1 is 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 2 by 10, and 3 by 10. And the answer is 4 by 5. Now the third question is to find if p is less than or equal to a and greater than 1 by 2, then find minimum value of a. So how can we find? Let's start it. So at the trial method, by trial method, p is equal to, so x is greater than less than or equal to a and greater than 1 by 2. So basically we find when the probability of x is less than or equal to a is greater than 1 by 2. So by trial method we get a is equal to 4. When we put in the place of a is 4, then we get the probability 1 by 2. So if I put the value of a equal to 4, then we can find the probability is greater than 1 by 2. So how can we find? So simply you can put the values and sum of their values, and when your probability is greater than 1 by 2, then your answer is correct. So here is answer is 4, because when we put the values of tilde 4 and some of these values, because x is equal to this is 0, and is it 1 by 10, this is 2 by 10, this is 2 by 10, 3 by 10, and 1 by 100. Okay, now when we sum of these values is greater than 1 by 2. Now the last question was is distribution function of x. So how can we find the distribution function of x? Let's calculate how can we define distribution function. So f x is equal to p x is less than x, and this is the value of x: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the value of px is equal to 0. So which is 0? 1 by 10, 1 by 3 by 10, 5 by 10. So simply that's not right. So first of all, if I write all the okay, now suppose that we have given values of px, yeah, right? 0k, 2k, 3k, sorry, 3k not 2k, then 3k, k square, 2k square, 7k square plus k. Now simply when we find a distribution function, simply we sum up their values. So here are the first value of the always here 0, and now we sum up with the k by 0. So 0 plus k means k, and now k plus 2k is equal to 3k, 3k plus 2k, that means 5k, 5k and 3 8k, 8k and k square is equal to 8k plus k square, and 8k plus 2k square, it means 3k square, and now 8k plus k 9k plus 10k square. Now when we put the values of k, that is 1 by 10, 1 by 10 is equal to 3 by 10, this is the 5 by 10, the 4 by 5. So you can calculate the values simply putting the value of the k. So here are the distribution function, which is simple, and simply you write all the probabilities in one section. In second section you have given distribution function, which is written the first term as it is, and now the second term is sum up with this term, and now goes on, and here is the distribution function in the table. That's it. Thank you so much. If you any queries, you can comment on the comment box. Thank you so much.